Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently chilling here waiting for the Timurids to end their war. Now we can declare this basically anytime we want to. I don't know that now might be an okay time to do it. We have the -3 stability effect though, right? So at the bare minimum, I want to bring us up to +2 stability before we declare this. So I'm going to boost this up. And we're going to take that up to +1 stability. We would like to take this up to +2 stability, ideally. So that way we go to a minimum of -1 stability from declaring this war. And then hopefully we can have the admin power basically right away to do that. Hang on, are these not drilling? They are not drilling. Okay, let's get those drilling again. Perfect. I don't want to declare this just yet, for the reasons already specified. So boosting this would be 143. That should mean, actually, that we move back over here. Normalization of the relations between the Hanafi and the Jafari. Okay, sure. Sounds good. And the Emirs lose some influence. So the reason why we wanted to move back here was, of course, because we don't want to be taking that attrition. We want to build up our manpower right now. We only gain 186 a month. That's not a lot. And that's going to be a bit of a problem. Lose 5 admin power. Or we could get some national unrest or lose some prestige. We're going to take the national unrest here, I think. That'll be reasonably fine. So we do need to boost up our stability at least 1 additional level. And then we'll evaluate whether we feel like we're ready to attack the Timurids or not. We would like to get independence from them. This would be, I think, a reasonably solid war. We have a good numerical advantage at this point. How many other vassals do the Timurids have? Afghanistan, Khorasan, Transoxana, Sistan, and Fars. So we're allied with all of them, and we're basically all ready to unify and attack the Timurids. So that would be the idea here. We're going to take a lot from them, I'm sure. 75% cost? Okay, noted. So yeah, that's definitely going to be the plan here. I would like it if they would take some additional hits out over here, but I don't think that's going to happen. Their manpower reserves are at about 4K right now. So that's noted. To be clear, I'm not convinced that we would win this battle. Their leader is very good, and this force is potentially dangerous to us. These forces are not so dangerous. If we can eliminate this one, all is relatively good as far as this goes. So for now, that's fine. We see that they're down to 3K. They're also at -12 prestige right now, and losing prestige due to uncontested cores. So that's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And they ended their war. Okay, so that's okay. We knew that that was always going to be happening, and we are not yet prepared to attack the Timurids. So we're going to get there. The question is, can we maybe catch one of these forces on the way over? That would be interesting. And also, if we were to group up with, like, the Afghanistani, or the Afghani army, the Khorasani army, some of these grouping up with us would definitely put us in a much better place. We could also theoretically hire mercs for this, and that's probably necessary. But I definitely want to get our stability boost up. So that's going to take a little bit here. We need 143. We've got 99 right now. So we're going to let that build up. We'd love it if the Timurids would declare war on someone else right now. That would be amazing. But who would they declare on? Ajam? Honestly, we would be okay with that. We can't make an alliance externally here, but we would definitely like to do that. If only they could support our independence. -37 reasons. Actually, -14 reasons. And a lot of that is simply their opinion of us. Interesting. We're going to improve relations with them while we're doing this. That definitely seems like a good thing to do, is get some allies out over here. These guys are basically a breakaway, right? So that would be reasonably fine. 13 reasons now. So they have a neutral attitude at this moment. That's 20 reasons. 9 from the opinion. And we'll see what we want to do about that. For now, we're at 123 admin power. And we are drilling up over here, so that is good. The House of Timurid is shaken at this point. Preposterous. They're righteous. So we're going to do that for free. No problem whatsoever there. So I think we get a Jam on our side. We work up our stability at least a little bit. They have 12 reasons to not support independence now. So out of curiosity, as a hypothetical, how much would it cost to send a gift? And max that out? 125. Yeah, I figured we probably didn't want to actually do that. But that's certainly interesting. So 7 reasons here. And we need a fair number of them. Ideally, we'd like it if they'd change their attitude towards us. They're, of course, enemies with the Timurids, and that is fully expected. At least we buffed up our general a little bit there. That's nice. And we should definitely boost up our stability now. Now, we could bring up our stability to level 3, and if we have the opportunity to do so, that would be fine. We gain a permanent claim on a bunch of areas. Okay, cool. We'll definitely like that. So for now, that's okay. Manpower coming up, income coming up, and yeah, we would need to break free from the Timurids. That is indeed exactly the goal. So how much can we raise this by? It's been raised by 15, and it can be raised by 85 more. So we can get quite a lot of opinion here. I think we can get enough to get a Jam onto our side. And with a Jam onto our side, I think we can beat the Timurids. I think that's a very, very good option at this point. So we've got 11 reasons not to do this right now. Make that 10 reasons. That's definitely improving. We're currently making a tiny amount of gold, which surprises me at this moment. I like it. This is because we raised our stability, to be clear. That's a plus 10% national tax modifier, right? So that's not bad. We're also dropping our corruption for free. We did build up a tiny bit of corruption, but we are dropping that ever so slightly for free. So that is good. We're very happy about that. So if we go back in here, we can take a look at this. 9 reasons at this point. Okay. So -5 from their opinion. War of the Roses, England went with the House of Lancaster. Sounds good. We're biding our time a little bit here. But with a Jam on our side, I think we pull the trigger on this. That's definitely something that I think we should do. Another thing that I would very much like to do is get a Miltech. We're going to be able to do that in 3.5 years, approximately, at the current rate. Okay. So a Miltech will get us military tactics and land morale. That alone will be huge. We'll see if Timurids get that before we get there. We have no idea how much tech they actually have right now, or rather how much power they have right now. They might have a decent amount of military power. Hard to say. Checking in here, still at -9. Timurid army strength is at -6 now. Okay. We could move towards legalism or mysticism. Now, this is something in our religion, correct? Yeah, so this is our current piety. This is towards mysticism, which will help our morale of armies and our missionary strength. This is towards legalism, which would help our national tax modifier and manpower modifier. And tech cost. Versus idea cost. For now, we're more interested in tech. So we're going to head towards legalism. That'll be fine. But it'll take a little bit of time to get there. No doubt about that. Okay. So that's all fine for the moment. Now, we do see that their reasoning here is dropping down based on the Timurid army strength and the Transoxanian army strength. Actually, this recalculated again. Okay. So it has improved back. It's no longer at -6 from Timurid army strength. Excellent. Now, I don't think they're taking into account all of our allies, which is interesting. 127.72 ducats for 3 innovativeness and 50 of each power. This is actually quite powerful. We will take this. Yeah, that does eat up a lot of our money, but we're positive on money right now. And that seems reasonably fine, all things considered. So that does mean that we're going to get a decent jump towards our military technology here. September of 1451 now, so that's going to be like 8-10 months sooner. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're gaining +6 military power, so yeah, that's about right. Looks good. Now, do we want to go to stability level 3, or do we want to save that for an admin tech? It'll probably be cheaper to declare and then boost the stability, won't it? Yeah, it definitely will. So that would be the way we would go about doing that. We're at -11 reasons here. Neutral attitude is -20. Hostile attitude towards Timurids. Diplomatic reputation. Something changed here. Now it's at -11, -12. Probably because Timurids are building some forces here. Embracing feudalism will be sped up. Yeah, that's fine. -14 now. Ajami opinion about Timurids +2. Timurid army strength, Transoxanian army strength, and Ajami opinion about Transoxania. Okay. I think Transoxania might be improving opinions with them. Maybe? No, it's definitely decreasing the opinion. Interesting. So what is actually changing in this balance? I think it's that the Timurids are building army. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. We were getting very close there, for a bit anyway. We're going to continue to improve relations here. We can improve this by another 55. So that'll be fine for now. And we'll continue to do that for the moment. Now, we can seize land, and we can also fulfill Prepare for War, which we'll definitely do. So we get a permanent claim on all of this, morale of armies, and recover army morale speed for 15 years. We definitely want to declare within that window. So that'll be fine for the moment, and we can seize some land, which we're interested in doing, although we're going to need these to recover a little bit more. That said, we could just set an agenda here, and I think that we probably will. I don't want to increase our base tax. We've been spending a lot of admin power. This would be have prestige of at least 30. Base production in Tashkent of at least 5. That might be something that's doable. It's currently 3. Do it. Okay, so we're going to boost the production here. That'll spend down some of this diplomatic power, and that'll be fine. So that, of course, means that we can seize back this land right now, which we're going to do. Phenomenal. Looks good. Now, looking at Ajam here, -11. So those modifiers are going away, for sure. Neutral attitude towards Transoxania is still the biggest problem here. Does this cap at 100? I think it does. When we are not, you know, like a vassal relationship of some sort. The Renaissance exists. That is fine. The Timurids does have noble rebels popping up here, which is certainly intriguing. So Timurid army strength is -6, and Transoxanian army strength is -2. We did just get 13 ducats. I guess that's something. 1.17 is our current treasury. Okay, we could maybe think about starting up a second army, which is going to be expensive. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split off 2 of these cavalry units, because cavalry are quite expensive. So I'm going to split these off over here, and I'm going to put in 2 Muslim foot soldiers here. And what are the supply limits over here? 15, 19, 16, 14, 14, 18. Okay, we'll go about here. And we can roll up a leader. There we go. I guess we get some maneuver there. That's fine. And we would definitely like to expand this army out a bit. We're going to be going over our force limit for sure. But we're going to expand that slightly so that we have at least a small army there. This is just to get these guys to think that we have a chance. I mean, it'll also boost up our strength, right? But that's the primary purpose here. So that's all reasonably fine. We're going to be running a deficit here for a bit. That is understood. The Timurids are going to be attacking Kashmir. That's these guys out over here. Okay. That's definitely noted. 8 reasons now. 7, 6. Okay. 5 reasons at this point. No, we are not capped, so we're going up to 107 here. That looks good. It's been a while since I played Europa, no doubt about that. I'm certainly rusty. But we're making our way through this. It is how long until we manage to get this military technology? June of 1452. So about 2 years away from the Miltech. I'm going to continue to expand this out. We're going to get a couple more here. Yes, we're going to take a bank loan. The end of the War of the Roses. That is understood. So 5 reasons at this point. We're really, really close to getting these guys on our side. Now, I do want these guys to be drilling. That is absolutely something we should be doing right now. Okay. So we're going to get these going. Yes, the Timurids have, of course, declared their war. So that means, of course, that we need to re-mothball these forts. And we need to tell these guys, keep on a-drilling. There we go. So that'll do for now. At this point, Ajam is at -3. Okay. That's definitely looking better. -2. I'm going to build 3 additional units here to get Ajam onto our side here. 1 reason away. I like it. How our teamer is doing with their manpower? 7k. Okay. We've been building up our forces, so our manpower has dropped below theirs. No doubt about that. We are going to be going into debt here. That is an acceptable thing at this exact moment. So January of 1452. Noted. Now, one thing we could definitely think about doing is going into our emirs and getting this monthly military power here. The current equilibrium is 51.7. So we would actually end up needing to rebalance their loyalty equilibrium here. But I do want that monthly military power. So we're going to get that, and I'm also going to... We would need to bump that up by just the 5%, right? We could do increased levies, but I don't want them to be exempt from seized land. So we could simply give them... expand the fortifications. I think that's okay. So that's going to get us an additional military power each and every month. And that's something that we want to work towards for all of these eventually. Yeah, we're going to take a loan here. That is expected. And at this point, our technology is going to be going up now in November of 1451. So that currently saves us like 3 months. It's not a lot. Okay, 0 reasons. 1 reason. Ask to support independence. Okay, so Ajam is now supporting our independence. I'm going to undrill these armies, and we are going to prepare to invade the Timurids. So we're going to come around over here, like so. They're over here currently battling, and they're going to be busy for a moment. So we're just going to position here. It'll take them a little bit of time, but we're going to declare this war. Yes, we're going to lose 3 stability from this. So we're going to call in all of these guys. We have a significant advantage now. So we confirm this. This will build us up some war exhaustion and some stability, but that is to be expected. So we're going to do exactly this. Our mission has been fulfilled now for Transoxanian leadership. We gain 60 military power, 10 prestige, and a permanent claim on a bunch of areas. So that is absolutely wonderful. We're going to launch an attack on this fort, which is going to take some time to siege. And we're going to walk down over here. In the meantime, we need to let our allies get grouped in, right? Okay, that's interesting. These guys did not actually end up joining. But okay. So for now, that'll be fine. We'll need to wait for Ajam to show up over here. And we're hoping not to fight these guys instantly. We should get a decent notification of when they're coming. So for now, that's okay. Afghanistan, yeah, these guys all broke their alliance with us. I'm not shocked about any of that. That is reasonably expected. However, we can boost our stability for cheaper now. So this is 93 now. We can boost it up to level 0, which we'll absolutely do. And our allies are attacking out over here. That's not necessarily the greatest, but sure. Okay, so this siege is over. We're going to move back into Merv, and then we're going to move over to this side. I just want to have notification of when they're coming this way, but we need to keep our armies pretty together. There's no doubt about that. So over we go. Our ally is out here defeating some of Timurid's allies. We are Transoxania. I almost said defeating Transoxania's allies. That would have been awkward indeed. And we're just going to start grabbing some of this territory here. So the question is, how much are we actually going to get? Well, first off, let's grab our Miltech. Absolutely. So we get some military tactics and some land morale. The Timurids are not at level 4 Miltech just yet. So that's great. This siege is going to take a while. I think that's pretty clear. We definitely want to be sticking together. We do see 13k from the Timurids up over here. They're at 5k manpower reserves right now. We technically have more troops than they do and better troops than they do. So that's absolutely great. Now, unfortunately, we don't really have a good way to siege this. But we see that they're heading up this direction with one of their forces. We may want to head up this way ourselves. This is, I think, their larger force. Keep in mind, they're still fighting down over here. So we're going to head up this direction. We do see this force here, but we should be able to win this with our tech advantage. Yeah, they have a general advantage, but we have a tech advantage at this point, and a numerical one, even if these guys come in. So let's move out into Kish, and let's see what ends up happening here. So they're locked into Kulab. Who is going to be considered the attacker here? I suspect we would. So let's see what their plan is. They're heading down this way. Okay, we're going to head into Termez for right now, and we're going to take this over. Yeah, we took a loan. That's to be expected right now. We're going to have some issues with that. They're heading this direction. Sounds reasonably good. So ticking is on our side here. The question is, just how much do we actually want to take here? So we have to demand independence, right? That is step 1. So we need to go into treaties, grant independence. So that's 23 on its own. Gotcha. So we do need to get some war score here, no doubt about that. We are seeing our allies down over here grabbing some territory. We'll grab Marketplace for now. Yearly corruption, minus 0.05, not bad. So we'll definitely take that. And we're slightly ahead of time in that tech. Cool. Do we head in here? This feels slightly dangerous to me because we don't know what's going on over here. But it'll give us good scouting information, at least. Okay. So there's no one nearby. That's reasonably fine. I don't want to lose ducats. I also don't want to lose admin power. We'll take the admin power loss, but I really don't like it here. And currently, the emirs are disloyal. They will get over that, though. So that's fine. Chagatai rivaled us. Interesting, considering we're technically not free yet. We're going to head down to Chor for right now. We'll be right in range here. Ah, there's a Timurid army down over here that's going to get captured by the Ajami army. I like it. So that's a very, very good thing. We want this siege to end. We did just see a force moving this direction. That is definitely noted. Okay, so the Timurids just lost a unit there. They're at 2k right now for their manpower. These guys are definitely going to defeat this Ajami force. Cool. So for right now, we're going to get this siege completed. It's not technically a siege, I suppose. I would like to just kind of sit here for now. We have a breach. We're at 14%. We're at 21% war score overall. We're getting additional war score here. Ah, that was the HRE noise. Gotcha. I was like, hang on, did somebody declare war on us? That would be really awkward right now. No, they didn't. That's a good thing. We would be very sad if they did. So we're at -7 here. And they're going to take back some territory out over here. This is all okay, though. We're going to get additional... Okay, the Emperor is doing reforms. Have fun with that, Emperor. We're going to get additional progress up over here. Hopefully they'll flip this to us. That would be ideal. We'll see if they do. Things feel so slow in Europa. Well, we're on speed 3. We can probably bump it up to speed 4 at this point. Yeah, that would make some sense. These are not flipped over to us, which is awkward. Very awkward indeed. Okay. Well, we're not going to be giving this to Ajam. We're not going to be giving anything to Ajam, to be honest. We're using them mostly as a distraction, more than anything. So we're at 14% over here now. That looks good. And we finally win the Siege of Herat. Okay. So we're going to push down this direction. We're actually at 62%, though. We could piece this out anytime we want to. How much AE would this all be? This isn't a huge amount of AE. Okay. Something like this would be ideal, actually. So we would need a decent amount of additional territory here, and we'll definitely take that. We're going to continue to move towards legalism, and we're letting them take this territory back over here. That's fine by us. At this point, we're going to head... Actually, I'm going to move these guys out over here. These ones are the ones that's going to respawn up over here. 25k? Ooh, okay. So they've fully grouped their army together. We may want to consider just exiting this war. I don't like this exclave that's going to be out over here, but we may not have too much of an option there. I think for now, we just need to group our army together and see what happens up over here. Yeah, we take a bank loan. So I'd like to try to catch their army here, or at least a significant part of it. We have a numerical advantage. They have a general advantage. We'll get a crossing penalty here. Maybe. Probably. Yeah, we'll get a crossing penalty there. Definitely. So when are they going to leave? 16 June is the earliest that they leave. We arrive on 12 June. Okay. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So we're going to head up there. They're now going to leave on 22, 24 June. So we want to wait until 22, 24 June. Okay. So now we're just going to hit part of their force. Beautiful. So we get a solid destruction of a decent chunk of their force here before they reinforce. And then we start losing this. Maybe. We did lose it. That's unfortunate. That said, our allies are moving in over here. They may be able to pick up where we left off. That loss was unfortunate. I was hoping that that would be a really good one. It was not. We're going to have to bring these around. They're sieging here, though, and that's going to be a really slow siege for them. So we can definitely group up here, wait for a month tick, and head in. And our ally will come in too. Biapus is offering us peace. Okay, this should be a free victory for us at this point. Beautiful. So we're 85% war score. And at this point, they would accept this. Would they accept this piece? This is 95? Technically, we could go like this, but that's 71 AE. That's so much AE. Okay, hang on. That's a lot more AE than I'm comfortable with. 62 AE? I mean, this is just the Timurids, though. And maybe we're not scared of the Timurids. So maybe we take this piece right here. This piece right here. This will get us 66.7, but only with the Timurids. So that seems okay. We get our independence. We take almost half of the Timurid territory here, and that seems great. We're going to have to recover a bit, but I think we send this demand. So that's a major victory for us. Beautiful. And we're going to need to park these guys somewhere where they cannot take attrition, and these guys will head back to like Samarkand. Now, it is time to put a cut in here, but we do control the eastern steppes at this point. We're going to get a permanent claim on a bunch of stuff. Phenomenal. And we also got expand Transoxania. So a bunch of base tax production manpower looks good there too. Beautiful. And now we're independent. We need a rival, and I think that we rival Shagatai. Absolutely. Do we need another rival? Apparently we do. So we'll go for, I think, Nogai. Actually, we're going to go for Timurids. Absolutely, we go for Timurids there. They're going to hate us anyway, so that's all good. We're going to need to get all this cord. Consider that done, or almost done. Next month tick, we should have enough to get this last unit cord, so that looks good. Yep, new Merc companies are available. And apparently, we had a succession as well, right at that same time. Awkward. We're going to get that core done, and that'll be fine. So we're going to need to continue to chip through the Timurids. Absolutely. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue to empower ourselves. We also need to do something about this land force limit issue. It's going to be painful. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.